Mm, mm, sure this is up so you guys can hear me. All right. So officially, Friday Night SmackDown was a success, especially from its second lowest, rating last week. So today we're going to be discussing, and this is yes by the thumbnail of this video or this live stream, we officially have the final SmackDown within the Thunderdome. So SmackDown will be returning next week with fans in Texas. This is a great moment, great time to shine for the WWE superstars. WWE has been through hell with the whole pandemic, and it is very nice to now have SmackDown be on the road, WWE be on the road, live events. It's exciting. So we are going to be covering what happened on SmackDown last night, while also discussing Bayley getting a torn ACL, a match pulled from Money in the Bank, some more Money in the Bank announcements, of course. I also have some videos down in the description below, so you guys can go check out too. Moving forward towards the end of this live stream, and yeah, so before we get into it, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment down below, and turn on those post notifications so you'll never miss a stream, podcasts, Raw and NXT reviews. You guys love this. I love it too. So let's jump right into SmackDown. We have two big Money in the Bank qualifying matches here today. But first, we need to talk about Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, and his family, his cousins. So I was in a game of, it was Call of Duty Zombies with my cousin, and I didn't get to watch that scene, but I get to watch WWE on Fox to see the full what happened. So I enjoyed what Roman said. It was beautiful, it was touching, but one thing I noticed was the hug. Jey Uso coming back, that was a big pop. It was a big return right there a little bit. And by pop, I mean, it was a big, smile for Roman. His whole family's here. But towards the end of this, one thing I noticed for sure was how his cousins, how they came in for a group hug, a family hug. You can see Roman, Roman obviously like this, his cousins, but what you see here is you see Jimmy have his head to the side and Jay's head fully onto Roman as if he's going in for a hug, full hug. Jay's head's off to the side. In that is great. I noticed that. And it just shows it's symbolism too. It just shows it symbolizes that Jay is more closer to Roman than Jimmy is. And you see that disconnect too between, the heads of Roman and Jimmy. Jimmy's not fully there yet, It's kind of like Mr. Stark and Peter Parker, in Civil War, and then in Endgame, the hug happens, So Jimmy is obviously not there yet. You know what I mean? Of course, especially with his DUI. Don't want to talk about that anyway. WWE obviously has decided to let that go by, but still, I think he needs to be accountable. He needs he needs to take responsibility. He needs to, he should have been, I feel like he should have been suspended. But you know what? They're obviously trying to give him the same thing that they gave Jay. So, what can you do? I guess let him slide, right? King Nakamura took on Baron Corbin next. And this was a good match. I wanted Baron Corbin to win because I wanted to see if there was still hope left. Unfortunately, there isn't because Shinsuke Nakamura qualified for the Money in the Bank ladder match. Not going to lie, pretty good job from Shinsuke. But Baron just had enough of just being, So I don't know. He just had enough with Shinsuke and Rick Boogs. So I don't know. I don't know where they're gonna go from here. I don't know where Corbin is gonna go, but Shinsuke is headed to Money in the Bank. That's what I know. Um, it really sucks for Corbin, man. I hope they do something for him because that King Corbin gimmick was the only thing he really had for him. So it could be that he might be moving over to Raw. They could be setting up nothing for. They could have nothing for Corbin, which does suck. Next, we got an exciting women's tag team match. Finally, Natalya and Tamina were actually shown on SmackDown for once in their life. And we got to see them, talk about, these two people who are going to face them. So great. And we come to later out. Once we hear the music hit, I'm like, wait a minute. I know that music. I've heard it from somewhere. Where have I heard it from? Oh, yeah. It's from NXT. And it's Snotty Blackheart. Shotzi Blackheart. Sorry, I'm going to botch her name. Shotzi. And the return fully charged Tegan Knox. This was exciting. And guess what? They won. Yeah, Knox and Blackheart won. I really still think they shouldn't have just put her name to Shotzi. Or Shotzi. Shotzi and Tegan Knox did come out with a victory, defeating Natalya and Tamina. So I question if this is going to lead to a women's tag team match or tag team championship match. It could just be a triple threat tag team match for the championships because Mandy Rose and Dana Brooks, honest, come on. But they needed to do this because they needed to bring back some, they needed some women tag teams and they needed people on fucking SmackDown. It makes a very good sense. It makes very good sense too. We need more women on SmackDown, so we got NXT call-ups, and I hope they stay on SmackDown. This is great. Sonya Deville made sweeping changes headed into Money in the Bank, and this is what I'm going to talk about right now. So, of course, Bayley got injured while trying to train for her I Quit match for Money in the Bank. Now, this in a sense is considered a freak accident, of course. I am trying to really see if, try to be, vocal about Bayley's injury and if it was, it was on purpose or if it was on accident. I really think it was an accident, honestly. There is some doubt that it's on purpose and WWE just might be building to a different whole storyline with Bayley. I don't know. But approximately 9 months, that's too much. That's up to WrestleMania. That's April of 2022. I hope everyone realizes that. From yesterday to now. And that means she's not going to be in front of fans. Bayley. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I do hope Bayley has a full recovery and a full return, and it's badass. But we still needed to make some changes. Crap. We still need to make some changes. Sorry about that. We need to make some changes to the women's, match for Money in the Bank. Well, unfortunately, we're not going to get that because what we're going to get is an absolute fuckery because we're not getting a SmackDown Women's Championship match at Money in the Bank because, unfortunately, WWE is going to force us to fucking watch Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair. A match that I did not want to see. And an I Quit match to which I wanted to see because that would have been popular. But no, instead, we're going to get something even better, huh? What's better than an I Quit match? I know. We're going to put Bianca Belair up against Carmella for the SmackDown Women's Championship on SmackDown. Guys, women, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm talking about with WWE, okay? WWE keeps doing what WWE does. They always have something up their sleeves. They always want to do something like this. I was going to say Bayley did not get injured after this on the Talking Logic podcast. If Bayley wasn't injured, this would have been a whole different story I would have been talking about. I would have been talking about something different. What I was going to talk about was next week, I was going to say a couple of things. For next week, I was going to do the podcast of where I talk about, obviously the predictions covering SmackDown. And then I was also going to talk about what's next, because after my predictions, I make, moving forward about them. I was going to say Carmella is going to be the next person to face Bianca Belair. Carmella will be the one for the SummerSlam match, obviously. I can't see anybody else doing it other than Sasha Banks coming back, but I think she'll come back in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Can't rule out that, especially if Toni Storm is going to obviously be in the women's ladder match. Anyway, I still think there's more matches added, but this match was pulled. The I Quit match was pulled from the Money in the Bank ladder match, and it sucks because now we have to watch Carmella take on Bianca Belair for the SmackDown Women's Championship in front of people in Houston. So I'm not complaining about that. I'm complaining about the I Quit match that we're supposed to get at Money in the Bank. Meaning that there's now only 5 matches, but they'll fix that. They'll either do a triple threat women's tag team match or they'll do some Raw tag team championship match because obviously we fucking need that, WWE. Please give us that. Please. But since Carmella is facing Bianca Belair, we're not done here yet. Because an outraged Liv Morgan came out. And I'm smiling because I like her. She's my favorite wrestler in the WWE today. And she is demanding to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. And guess what? If she just shut her mouth. Sonya Deville said, if you just shut your trap, I was going to announce Carmella's replacement. And Liv Morgan was like, you know what I think? I really think at that moment, Liv Morgan should have not been chosen. And I'll explain. It would have added more tension between Liv and Sonya. I really think that Sonya should have said someone else's name. Maybe if you shut your trap, I was going to announce the next person. And it was going to be you, but now it's going to be someone else. That's what I really hope would have happened. Because, Liv, you just messed up. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, Liv. Shut your mouth. But no, Liv Morgan is being announced. She is Carmella's replacement. It makes somewhat sense. It does not make sense for Carmella to face Bianca. What has she fucking done? She's had one match with Liv and won it. That's it. One match and that's it. You beat Liv Morgan, then you get added to the Money in the Bank ladder match after Morgan beat you the other week. Then you get taken out just to be in a SmackDown Women's title match with Bianca Belair? That does not make sense. Tell me that makes sense. That does not. That does not make sense to me. What is going to make sense is when Liv Morgan climbs that ladder, grabs that briefcase, and cries. I hope her family's in the audience. I hope her family is there in fucking Fort Worth. I hope her family is there because this will be an exciting moment. I will be there. I won't be there, but I will be here watching the pay-per-view, celebrating Liv. And for anybody in New Jersey who really likes Liv Morgan, shout outs to you guys. You guys better be cheering. I know I'm from Massachusetts, but still, I love Liv Morgan. So respects. But still, I'll be cheering with you guys for Liv Morgan's victory. She deserves it. I'm behind that. Fully. And before she got out of the ring, because Sonya Deville told her to get out of the ring before I changed my mind. She told Carmella that if she wins the title, that Liv Morgan will cash in on her. So I guess Carmella is not safe. But again, this is a proper idea, and I knew it was going to be happening. If Bayley just didn't get injured, I would have announced who I think would have been the next opponent for Bianca Belair, which would have been Carmella. It makes perfect sense. Both of them got the attitude. Both of them got, something precious. The most beautiful woman in all the woman ever in WWE versus Bianca Belair. You know who you're dealing with, right? You're dealing with Bianca Belair. And she's on her own against the world. Okay. Seth Rollins defeats Cesaro. And I want to talk about this because this was a gruesome match. And you know what's crazy? I don't know I think they posted it to YouTube. I still got to check if they did the black and white, because I know on SmackDown they didn't, fade it to black and white. Usually they do when there's blood. Cesaro had a lot of blood, so because that was because of the turnbuckle, which sucked. So Seth Rollins obviously beat Cesaro, and he is now qualified in the Money in the Bank match. And anybody who said Shinsuke and Seth, good job. I said Baron and Cesaro because I think Cesaro deserves to be in the Money in the Bank match. And Baron Corbin needs the hope. It's the hope of Baron Corbin staying alive. You know what I mean? I'm talking about that hope. Like, Baron Corbin's been down in his luck lately. He's been not picking up any wins. He's on a losing streak. Like, he could team up with Sami Zayn and be like, it's a theory that, out there for both of them. But Corbin's just down on his luck. He's just a sad man. And it sucks, man. But he's having the best time ever doing this, I guess. I don't know. But I would like to talk about Cesaro. Oh my God, it's raining? Damn, I didn't want it to rain. Okay. I want to talk about Cesaro for a sec, because Cesaro deserves better. I do have the Botch Guys video of Cesaro deserves better, or why Cesaro deserves better. Down in the description below, you can go look at it. I watched it. It was pretty good, so explained. But I want to explain to you what I said when Seth Rollins beat Cesaro. I said these words exactly when I was watching SmackDown. I said this because I was pissed that Cesaro was not in the Money in the Bank match. And those words were, WWE better be pushing Cesaro towards the Intercontinental Championship. Because if not, I'm going to write a strongly 500-word fucking email to them saying why Cesaro deserves to be the Intercontinental Champion and why he deserves so much better than the shit he is getting now. Cesaro was so on a roll, and he hasn't lost a match, I think, since 2019 or 2020? Somewhere around. Since 2019, I think. And I want to make this very clear, too. Like, a lot of people have been on the, side of, do or do not wins or losses matter. That thing. Do wins matter? Do losses matter? You know what? Let me ask you this. How many times have you seen a superstar, excluding Cesaro, Roman Reigns, and excluding both of those men who have never lost a match since 2019? Both men, excluding both of those men, because we know how great both of those men are. And we know that both of those men have lost back in their past too. So excluding both of those men now, the question remains, do win or losses matter? Name me a superstar that has never lost a match since of 2018, 2017, 2016. You can't. I just took away two people that you could have said, Cesaro and Roman Reigns. Now, let me say, put in Roman Reigns and Cesaro. Yeah, you could say win and losses matter. But in my book, they don't. The fucking WWE, okay? And I'm never going to say that WWE, if I say this now, it'd probably sound. WWE is scripted, okay? They're the ones who make the sense. They're the ones who make the logic. I am a predictor of, not for. I don't know how the match is going to end. That is WWE making those matches, making who wins. It's scripted. They are the ones who say this person wins, this person loses. Okay? And it's for a fucking story. So do win and losses matter? When it comes to storytelling, yes. If you're not doing a fucking story and you're just doing a one match done, no, they don't fucking matter. They don't. I think that's the best sense to sum it up. WWE scripted their storylines, any promos they cut. That is scripted. So they make who they want to win, and it needs to make sense. So if it's a storyline, for example, AJ Styles and Samoa Joe, that feud was so great back then, and it was so well orchestrated. They made AJ Styles win all the title defenses. They maybe had Samoa Joe face AJ on SmackDown, little impromptu match, and have him win. But that's part of the storyline. So yes, in storyline matter, that makes sense. That means that yes, do win losses matter? Yes and no. The only time win and losses matter is if it's for a storyline. If there is no storyline, for example, I could put fucking Ricochet up against Damian Priest, and whoever wins, wins. The next week, I could do Ricochet versus fucking Sheamus. And Sheamus could beat Ricochet. Are they in a feud? No. Are they in a storyline? No. So what the fuck? So that does not matter. That does not matter. All of Cesaro's wins likely did not matter. Up until he got us into a storyline with Seth fucking Rollins. Then it mattered. Roman Reigns' wins, because he's in a big fucking storyline, yeah, they matter. But any superstar is not in a feud. They're just wrestling. Next week, they wrestle another superstar. That's not a feud. That's not a storyline. Unless you're trying to get off, unless the other superstar that you faced last week comes out. For example, like I said before, let's put Ricochet and Damian Priest in a feud. Damian Priest the heel, Ricochet's the face. Right? You got Ricochet versus Damian Priest. Okay, let's say Ricochet wins. All right, Ricochet goes and faces another superstar. Damian Priest costs him that match. Now that's a feud. That's a storyline they're going to probably integrate together. So, they're going to put together. So yes, the wins and losses matter at that point. Sheamus could pull a victory over Ricochet because of a distraction from Damian Priest. That's a feud. That's somewhat of a storyline sense, but it needs to go somewhere. You know what I mean? So to end this, yes, storylines, yes, wins and losses matter if it's in a storyline. If not, and they're just one-on-one matches, and they're not, in a feud or not in a storyline, then no, they don't matter. But Cesaro deserves better after the losses he has sustained from the mixed tag team match. Or no, sorry, go way back. The ass beating he got at Backlash. The match that Hell in a Cell that he lost. The mixed tag team match he lost. And this fucking qualifying match. And I mean, well, we're not going to count the one. We're not going to count the one before Backlash because he won. But still, he still was able to prevail. But WWE better be putting him with in an Intercontinental Championship match, and he better win, because if not, I think it's time. I think it would be time for Cesaro to go to fucking Raw and put him in the main event with Bobby Lashley, if he's still the champion at that time. So yeah, all of Cesaro's wins up until he started facing Roman Reigns. Up until he faced Seth Rollins, did not matter. Roman Reigns' wins mattered when he came back. Seth Rollins in the Money in the Bank ladder match. And I want to make this clear. I, for one, am happy that Seth Rollins is in, but I'm sad that Cesaro is not. I'm happy Seth Rollins is in this because he only had, and Michael Cole summed this up if you guys didn't listen, Michael Cole said that Seth Rollins has only been in one Money in the Bank ladder match. And he's won that one match. So surprisingly, if you didn't put Seth Rollins in there, and now it makes sense why Rollins win, obviously, because he was only in one Money in the Bank ladder match. We need to have him be in more, and plus he's a top superstar. But Seth Rollins is not winning it because we already know the confirmation, and the rumors are true. Edge will be taking on Seth Rollins at fucking SummerSlam. That's a fact, because they already got beef, and they can use their fucking 2016 or 2014, I think. Yeah. Or no, actually, wrong. Sorry. Both dates. 2015. They can use their 2015 feud, or, reference to their 2015, when Seth Rollins was the champion, had the money, didn't have the champion, had the Money in the Bank, and was going to crush Edge's neck. They can use that to build on the storyline. So, Edge versus Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. Seth Rollins not winning the Money in the Bank ladder match. He's just there just to add, some tension between people. I was going to also predict, and I wanted Cesaro to be in this Money in the Bank ladder match, so then I could predict, and probably it's not going to happen, but Seth Rollins could just get, minor injury and taken out of the Money in the Bank ladder match. And then we could save him from later on tonight when Roman Reigns takes on Edge for the Universal Championship, and have Seth Rollins at the end, after Edge loses, Seth Rollins attack Edge and go after his neck, which would be a reference all the way back to 2015, meaning that they will face at SummerSlam, which will be fucking great. I just want to get to the last segment of fucking SmackDown, which is Edge comes out and talks about Roman's not ready, and he's pulling his punk card. So Roman, get your ass out here. We about to talk. Roman thinks about this, watching over in the TV, and then he thinks, you know what? Yeah, he's calling out me. He's calling out the tribal chief. You two, my cousins are gonna stay. You guys gonna stay here. You guys gonna stay here. The Usos are gonna stay in there. Heyman, you come. And then when we see Roman coming out, he tells Heyman to hold on to the title and stay back. Roman heads down, and then the Usos take it upon themselves. It was Jay, not Jimmy's idea. It was Jay's idea to be like, yo, we gotta help a cousin. All right, dog. All right, let's go. So then Roman was about to get in the ring. That's when the Uso, and then look at Roman's face react. Look at Roman's reaction. He literally says he's confused. Like, I told them to stay back. You know, it's one of those things. It's one of those like faces. You know, you're just looking intensely, laughing. You know, and you're like you're just so mad. You know, you're so mad at this shit. At them. I told you to stay in the back. But you know what? I guess they wanted to come out and have front row seats to see this ass beating that Edge is going to get. And you know what? That made sense. Or maybe the Usos wanted to get into some action. So that's what they kind of did. You know? So as the Usos were about to get in the ring and attack Edge, the return of Mysterios. Booyaka, booyaka, 619. They looked up on the apron, and it was so funny. I laughed at this too. They looked up at the apron, and they just took the chairs and whipped both of them. It was so great on the outside. Edge got the upper hand on Roman Reigns. He was going to go for the spear, but the Usos came back after fighting Mysterios off. Jimmy Uso came back in the ring, super kicked Edge with Jay holding the foot of Edge. Edge even knew it was coming. Like, he even saw, the foot. He felt it. So, the Mysterios also came back in the ring. Reigns escaped. The Usos got neutralized by the Mysterios and Edge. And Edge took care and did the same thing to Jay, the same thing that he did to Jimmy, and the same thing that he did to Roman. So, I don't know if I think Edge will be disqualified if he uses that fucking thing. Because, I mean, it should count as disqualification. I mean, anything should really count as disqualification at this point. You count the fucking... you count the wooden fucking, announce table fucking thing as a weapon. So, what? I would have been more surprised if they fucking did a chair for Rhea Ripley and Charlotte at Hell in a Cell. Like, that shit was just stupid. But anyway, maybe, and this is what I say, I feel like the Raw Tag Team Championships are more likely to be defended at Money in the Bank than the SmackDown Tag Team Championships are, because, I mean, Jimmy, I don't know what's going to happen with Jimmy, but we could see the Mysterios take on them if Talking Smack allows it. Maybe, I don't know if Paul Heyman will say something. I don't know what will happen. I just think that maybe there should be confirmation that the Usos could be getting another tag team title match, and the Usos could win. I still stand by the fact that the Mysterios should lose them at SummerSlam. They won them back at Backlash. They defended it twice on SmackDown. They actually defended it 3 times on SmackDown. Sorry. Rey Mysterio had a match with Roman Reigns. They were tied into the storyline with, the Usos and, all about family. So that was a great one too. But yeah, I don't know. I have no clue. But that ends SmackDown. Roman Reigns just looking on at the agony of, Edge, what Edge is doing to fucking Jay and Jimmy, both of the fucking, little part of the bar from the chair. That is all SmackDown. And I mean, SmackDown was really good. SmackDown was really good. Better than fucking last week. I'll say that. Better than last week. But I don't think SmackDown is that bad. I don't. I'm able to fucking watch it. It was so fucking good, though. But now, I already talked about Bayley's injury. She had a torn ACL during a freak accident training for Money in the Bank. I told you that match was pulled. We're going to get something new. I talked about the NXT call-ups, and we're going to get Toni Storm as well, who's going to be coming next week, maybe for a qualifying match. Who knows? The NXT call-ups I talked about. So, it's a pretty short stream, I know. I know it's a pretty short stream. But I guess we should talk about moving forward. Of course, the ending. But I have something down below too. I actually kind of want to talk about this. I don't really talk about AEW as much, but WWE kind of messed up. If you want to see WrestleMania's explain what happened, it's down in the description below. But I'm gonna tell you anyway. What happened is WWE kind of fucked up with Aleister Black's contract. I'll explain. Aleister Black, also known as Tommy Yen, also known as now Malachi Black in the AEW world. What happened is that WWE usually has a 60-day or I guess 90-day no compete clause. Well, when WWE did the I guess draft or NXT call up, WWE management forgot to I guess update the 90-day policy for wrestlers such as Aleister Black or Andrade. Andrade, came in the WWE or came in right away. Rusev should have already had the 90-day fucking, that should have already been dealt with. Which it was, I think so. So I think he spent 90 days, but still, people like Andrade and Aleister Black, they were able to fucking, But I don't know if WWE will get Aleister Black back. Pretty weird. They should have added Aleister Black into the Money in the Bank ladder match, which was probably their plan. But it's just how it goes, I think. I just guess it's just how it goes. I think it was supposed to be Big E versus Aleister Black for the qualifying match. I think Big E was supposed to win. Right call. That's why they wouldn't have done Apollo versus fucking... And no Apollo. Surprisingly, no Apollo on the show. Which surprised me. But, again, WWE forgot to update Aleister Black's contract to say a 90-day policy. We got to update it, so it's on WWE. Why he lose them? And I think Tommy End should actually, Malachi Black should really, I guess, he should say no to if WWE options to take him back. No, say no. You guys fucked up. You guys want me to not compete for 90 days? Hell no. I'm good. It's crazy. Andrade was on the main roster, but of course it could be back from NXT. But anyway, moving forward. For Bayley, I hope you recover. Carmella, there's a chance she could win, but I'm not saying that she is because I think Bianca Belair will retain. She's on the same title reign as fucking Rhea Ripley. Bianca Belair, keep fighting, keep doing your thing, girl. Liv Morgan, prepare yourself. Hit yourself with the ladder. Get someone to hit you with the ladder so you can feel that pain before, so you can feel that pain. You can get used to that pain. So when someone hits you, you get used to that. So Liv Morgan, I'm behind you. Cesaro, keep up the work, man. I need you to you need to go after that Intercontinental Championship. You need to take that away from him. You need to achieve something. You need that gold. You need that Intercontinental Championship, and I will be behind you on that. Roman Reigns, continue being that tribal chief. Usos, listen to your cousins, man. Listen to your cousin. He's trying to do you a favor. He's trying to get you opportunities that he had. Look at what he did with Jay. Jay, look at you. You main event Jay. Jimmy, start listening, bro. When Roman says, stay back. Let him handle it. He's the tribal chief. You guys want front row seats? There. Come out, but don't get involved. Let Roman do it. Simple. Mysterios. Defend those titles against the Usos. Do it. I'd love to see the courage from the Mysterios to do that. Edge. Try to get under Roman's skin, man. Try to get under Roman's skin. I know you're going to get Rollins at SummerSlam, but try to get under Roman's skin. Try to win that championship. I'm rooting for you, Edge. Really, I am. But Roman's going to retain regardless. Apollo, show up. Natalya and Tamina. You guys need to defend that title in a triple threat match. You do. You need to take on Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke, and you guys need to take on Tegan Knox and Shotzi Blackheart. Just needs to happen. This kind of reminds me of Ricochet and Aleister Black coming to the main roster when I really think about this, which is crazy. But yeah, I think that this will be a good, this will be good. Seth Rollins, don't have a psycho, maniac, Don't have a psychomaniac episode again. um, Baron Corbin, man, I still have faith in you, bro. I still do. I'm behind you. You're great. Praise to you. Honestly, your in-ring work is great. Don't let the hope die, please. I think there's still hope in everyone. I still think there's hope out there. So really, Baron Corbin, to you. Um, Shinsuke, continue to be the king that you rightfully are, and keep Rick Booze with you because you really do deserve it. Um, it just really helps. I'm going to be playing something from I'm going to be playing the 10 bell salute for, believe it or not, the Thunderdome final days. So this will be the 10 salute. Thank you to the Thunderdome so much. You get a 10 bell salute for this, and I'm going to do the Memorial Day one here. So we're going to take 10 seconds, 10 bell rings. So.
Of our great country.
Thank you so much, WWE, for this big Thunderdome, this idea. I've been a part of it once. I was on an episode of SmackDown. I don't think you could see me in the shots, but I was there rocking with it. It was so great. It was so great to at least get in there and have some fun. If anybody did not get in there, unfortunately, it's over. No more emails will be sent to you, except for Raw. You could actually try to get Raw, but SmackDown is done with. I've been to be on SmackDown, and I was. It was great to be a part of it. And yeah, I don't want to expose what happened, during it, but it was great. It was really great. I loved it. I was supposed to be actually at the SummerSlam one, but it didn't happen. Some technical issues, and they didn't let me get in. It was sucked. I even had the right time as well. Seats were full. It didn't let me. And I kept doing the whole, little reload. Even though they say not to, it still works. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Talking Logic, the wrestling podcast. Every Saturday, I will be back next week, hopefully. If anything changes, I will update you guys on the Wednesday or the Monday thing. Monday, usually I will update or have updates. If anything, before I go, please do not forget to subscribe, leave a like, comment down below, and turn on those post notifications so you'll never miss the podcast. You'll never miss the reviews. You'll never miss the discussions. You'll never miss the updates. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Of course, my day is kind of rainy, pitiful in a sense. I hope you guys have a great day. Stay safe. Enjoy yourself. And don't forget to watch Talking Smack. It's actually interesting. Really interesting, especially with Pat McAfee on there. NXT will be back, and hellacious matches. I actually forgot to mention the matches for Raw. I'll do that right now. We're going to get a fatal four-way between the women. Naomi, Asuka, Alexa Bliss, and Nikki Cross. And you're going to see a United States Championship match. Amis's debut against Eric. Ivar against AJ Styles. So Sheamus will be defending the title against Roberto Carrillo, by the way, just let me clarify. But this was so fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been real. And I will see you guys on Monday or on Wednesday. I'll see you guys later.